No Hindu festival is celebrated without a touch of sweet. Desserts, often referred to as sweetmeats, are the highlight of almost every Indian festival. Just like the multicolored rangoli that is adorned at the entrances of our homes, there is nothing quite like the dessert table, decked out with a variety of Diwali sweets. This is why we'll share with you how Mohanbhog, called Parasad, is made. But before we start, special thanks is extended to Umesh C. Prasad and the Jandu family for welcoming us into their kitchen. The ingredients are flour, sugar, spice, ghee, nutmeg, evaporated milk, and cherries and raisins are optional. I'll now let Umesh explain how he makes his mouth-watering Mohanbhog.
We'll be making the famous Mohanbhog. Alright, we'll be using ghee, and for simplicity's sake, we're going to use half of a pound of ghee. So first thing, you need to get your karahi, and you put the ghee inside. Half pound we're going to be using though. So this here is a pound of ghee, so we take half out of the container. We allow it to melt. We're going to use 1 pound flour, and it's going to be half of the pack. We allow it to mix. Now you can either use the ghee, or you can use butter as well. So you'll either get the ghee parasad or you'll get the butter parasad.
It was noted by Umesh that the Mohanbhog that is made with butter is much more delicious than that made with the ghee.
Alright, so now what we would want is for this to parch into a golden brown color. We would need to lower the heat a bit so that it can parch perfectly to the golden brown color. So we have to stir it because we don't want it to burn at the bottom. Additionally, at this point, we'll throw in the spices. Alright, we're going to use 2 sticks of spice, and then we'll throw in the nutmeg as well. Average the nutmeg, it shouldn't be too much, it should be like about half of a tablespoon. Basically, you don't want too much, so that should be enough. And of course, there are many ways that persons would make Mohanbhog. There is no one perfect ways. For example, some persons would choose to throw in the sugar and allow the heat to decrystallize it, while some persons would make the pag. So there is no really any one way in doing it.
Mohanbhog is made by following just a few simple steps, but most people would disagree, since the hardest part is that the flour and ghee mixture has to be constantly turned to prevent it from burning at the bottom, and to also avoid any lumps from being formed.
Now while this is parching, sometimes persons would take a cup of water, and they would boil it before they actually start to parch the flour and the ghee, or the flour and the butter, so that we can use that boiled water to decrystallize the sugar that we'll use to add in here later. But we didn't do that because we would have boiled our water before. So it's not much, it's like about a cup of water just for the sugar to decrystallize and for the stuff to not have grains and so forth.
Now, this is the exciting part where it all comes together.
Wait. I just go down to the spiciness part. Should now. So we add in some red drinks, some red icy drinks for flavor. Persons would usually add this along with the inside of the ghee parasad, along with the butter parasad. It added that extra little flavor to it. Now we'll add the milk. And for garnishing purpose, we'll throw some raisin. Now, persons, not everybody like parsad with raisin, but it makes it looks appealing when it has these sorts of ingredients. And it's about to finish. And we're putting some green cherry again for garnishing and for that appealing look that we're hoping to get. So we just need to turn this up a bit and then we're finished. And there we would have finished making our Mohanbhog.
It should be noted that the addition of red soda is absolutely optional, but orange soda can also be used instead. Aside from raisins and cherries, some persons may also include finely chopped nuts to add a bit more sophistication to this treat. Mohanbhog is eaten as a treat by itself, and it is enjoyed especially now on Diwali day with other delicacies like mithai, gulab jamun and pera. We do hope this was useful to you, and if you do try it, be sure to let us know how it turned out by sending us a picture on our Facebook page,